What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter. A lot of people always say, Truth, can you get us one of them classic interviews? You always got the same people on there. Today, I think I was lucky enough. Les was nice enough to give me an opportunity to speak to him. Now, for the people who don't know what's going on, you'll let them know exactly what your name is and where you're from, legend.
Yo, my name is Big Les. I'm from the low end, Southside Chicago, 4-6.
Now, you say low end. That is the South Side, right?
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you this, Les. The difference between the low end, South Side, and East Side, because they all got numbers.
Man, the difference is, man, the people, man, we just, I don't know, man, I just grew up out there all my life. And, shit, it's different on each side. You know what I'm saying? It's different, man, you know.
Are you numb to some of the things from growing up out there your whole life, or do you see some of the same things I see when I read the newspapers? Because I ain't from out here no more.
Yeah, man, I'm numb to a lot of shit out here, man.
Yeah.
I've been around, I done saw a lot, man, and I'm numb to a lot of shit out here.
Right. So still move around, go to stores, move normal.
I move normal, man. I move like I'm supposed to move. My son and them, they be worried about me, man. You know?
Right.
But I've been doing it, man. So I move cautious. I move safe.
Right. Now your son's is the legendary Rooga. That is your son.
Yes, sir.
And another person we hear in the drill culture a lot, Rooga Scrapp. I don't know if I should call him that, Scrap, right?
That's cool.
Okay.
Man. I call him, Scrap, but his name Brian, man. But I call him Scrap. But,
okay.
Yeah,
I
man.
want to ask you a few questions about that because I notice on the internet they speak about a lot of people that they call drill legends. People say, Truth, what's a drill legend? I say, somebody who known all around the world and, they ain't got rap deals. They just known, whether it's good or bad. I call them drill legends, okay? It ain't a lot of stories about Scrap on the internet. It is, but it ain't. A lot of people don't really speak on him a lot, and it's a lot of people do. In your opinion, do you feel like the internet portrays Scrap the wrong way? Because it is stories that make it seem like, he was just Frankenstein, tough, monstrous.
Yeah, man. A lot of that shit be fool, man. They portray him to be such a savage, in the streets. That's the internet. But he was a hothead.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, he had that savage in him. You feel me? But although all around, man, he was a good kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was just a kid that just never made it out them teenage years, man. And I told my son, man, I hope you make it out your era. You feel me? But the streets make them seem like that, bro. That's how they make them. That's how the internet do now. It make them seem. That's all they want to throw out there is the savage mode and how no, man. He was a good person.
Right.
He was a lovable person. He loved people, man. So yeah.
So the internet do exploit some of these neighborhoods and some of these guys in these hoods.
Yeah, it do.
Yeah. You got a video. You actually doing this thing called the Man Stop It podcast.
Yes, sir.
I think this is some of the hottest content on the internet right now, in my opinion, because it feels authentic.
Yes, sir. For sure.
It's a lot of people that do blogging and do stories, but I be noticing they be in the basement and they ain't never ever met these people. They just opinionated. You met these people before.
Yeah, but some of them I done met a lot of them that I know them.
Right. You got a video where you spoke on your son, Scrap, being cool with McAdoo. And in the internet culture, we know McAdoo as being a guy from a rival neighborhood. So your son was cool with like people in 600 before.
Yeah, he was cool with people like in 600. He was cool with McAdoo was like his best friend.
Right.
And when McAdoo went to grade school together, he was cool with C-Day. You know what I'm saying? They was cool. You know, they went to school together, played on the same basketball team. You know, it's a lot that people don't know. You know what I'm saying? They just looking at that drill shit and you know, but no, they was real cool. McAville was with him every day. You know, see they didn't hang like that, but they went to school. You know what I'm saying? But McAdoo slept at my house. I used to take them to the basketball court, take them to hoop. McAdoo was with me. McAdoo used to be at my crib. McAdoo was at all Brian parties and all that. They was real like McAdoo used to be with MOB, Rooga Scrapp. He used to be with them.
You know, the internet portrayed these as two rival neighborhoods, though. You know, it was once upon a time thing was love.
Yeah, once upon a time, man, they played ball together and all that. 600 MOB, but you know, we moved around that like in '07. I think it was like '07 or it was '07. And they probably had a little smoke with them, but shit, we just moved around there, you feel me? But uh they hoop, my son hoop with all of them. Minnie Moon, Inky Dink,
Right.
Duck and all of them played at the center on Wabash by Front Street.
Oh.
By Front Street, right over there by Front Street, right down the street. They hoop together every day at the center.
And you know, the reason I ask you this is because this is a strong question right here now. And like I say, you know, I try to be transparent with the viewers who watch my YouTube channel. You know, and I'm going to ask you this without being policey. But I am going to ask you this. You know, the internet portrayed as your son and Memo 600 brother had an altercation. And they alleged that your son was behind his brother's death. Did that cause problems between the 600 and the whole area? That was the end of all friendships there.
I mean, they all want friends like that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it caused friction. You know, they locked my son up for that. You know,
So he was caught.
They came to my house at 3:30 in the morning. They was sitting outside my door. They hit my door. My wife was like, "Man, that's the police," you know, at the door. So I go to the door. I open the door. They at my door. You feel me? So, what's the problem? Yeah, the Brian Weekly in here. Blah blah. I'm like, yeah, what's up? We need to talk to him. Is he under arrest? They know.
Right.
So I go get him, wake him up, get him. He get up, you know, and they take him to 111. I had to shoot up to 111. So yeah, he got locked up for that, charged. You know, he beat it. He sat in jail 5 months.
Yeah.
Fighting that, yeah.
Oh, so he beat this case.
He beat that case.
You know, Duck spoke on that in the Black TV interview that he beat that case.
He beat it.
He also said something else in this Black TV interview. He said that it was people that told him Scrap.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's true.
They snitches. They snitches, man. They tried to really like get my son sent up for that. You know, yeah, they did.
So it was people actually pointing him out and said he was the one who had something to do with it.
He got on the stand, bro.
And he was still able to beat them.
He beat it. Yeah, he beat it. The judge was like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He beat it, man. Judge threw that out. I wasn't in there when they did the final one, you know what I'm saying? I was stomach and shit. I was fucked up, you know. I was in the hallway, but
Right.
yeah, my son, yeah, he walked up out of there on that.
You know, it's also rumors on the internet too. Now, you know, I actually interviewed Memo 600. I think he's a dope guy. So I don't want this to come off as messy or nothing, but you know, this is Truth Teller TV. It is rumors that say the person who told on your son was Memo 600 brother. Is that true? Or
the person that told on my son was Memo 600's brother, or Face.
Right.
Because Face is the one who got on the stand for my son. Face from 600.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they say they brothers, you know what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, I know Face whole family. They from the low end too. They from where I'm from. So Faye's whole family, uncles and shit, people I know them. So yeah, Faye's got to understand for my son.
How do you beat a case with people saying you did it though? Ain't that hard to do?
Man, look, the judge said he didn't do it, man.
Right.
Threw it out, man. So he didn't do it, man.
Right.
He walked away from that.
I don't want to make this a scrap interview, but I do got one last thing I want to ask about him. You know, fast forward years later, a famous rapper. He wasn't famous, but he was just like a famous street dude named King Von. He gets out of jail. He starts rapping. They come out with a song called Exposing. Scrap name was dropped in that song. You passed the getting irritated with hearing your son name in songs, so it still aggravates you.
I just look at it and I'll just be like, shake my head because that shit weak, bro. Like, that shit don't even faze me. I don't even know King Von. I didn't know King Von. Like, Mimo, I don't know him neither, but I done saw him, in person at the court and all that. But no, that shit don't faze me come from nobody that don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? My son, I don't think he even knew King Von. So, no, man. It's irritating, but that shit, man, they'll get no response.
I wanted to ask you that, not to make you relive it, but
No, it's cool.
I wanted to ask you that. You also related to the legendary Fbgduck.
Yes, sir.
You got all these people in your family now, Lazarus.
Yeah, that's my little cousin, man. That's my little cousin. His mom is my first cousin, my blood first cousin. Our mothers and sisters. So yeah, Duck is my blood little cousin.
Y'all must have had a real strong family. Y'all was like a popular family.
Popular, yeah. We have a big family, the Weeklies.
Right.
Yeah, we popular, We we was just popular. We was a big family, you feel me?
Right. When did you know Duck was gonna be a famous rapper?
Duck had to be like, I ain't gonna lie, he had to be about 4. He was a kid, man. Ever since a kid, Duck used to put on shades. I remember him in Pampers, man, when he was like 2, 3, like a little kid though. Like, dancing, growing up doing Usher, I knew Duck was gonna be a star. I said it a long time ago.
Right.
I told his mama, like, man, that boy gonna be something. Everybody knew it.
Mm-hmm. When you was hearing the songs when he was blowing up, you started hearing some of the diss records. Started being records where diss and the ops came out. I'm pretty sure you gave Duck some advice, didn't you?
Yeah, I always gave him advice. I always talked to him, but I feel like they coming at him. You feel me? I didn't like my little cousin talking about the dead. You know what I'm saying? But they kept, like I said, they bagged you into a corner. You gonna come out that bitch. So he came out harder. They probably say talking about Tuka all the time or putting scrap in their mouth, and he come out with his. He overdo you.
Right.
So yeah, I don't agree with it, but that's what he do.
Once he got his deal and started gaining more notoriety, did you see a change in him? Was he still the same Duck, or did he change a little bit?
No, he changed.
Yeah.
I tell him, and I told him, and I told my son, once you get that fame, you're gonna change. I've been around that type of stuff before, so I know when you're gonna change. I seen him grow from nothing. I seen it coming. And as I ride with him, my kids used to, hey, Fbgduck, I seen all that, bro.
Right.
From the beginning to the end, I saw it, and I know it. I know when you're a star. Like you say, you look at everything on the internet. You read all the, when you reading all the comments, and then you see, oh hell yeah, you finna blow. That's how I know, and I knew that it was gonna happen to him one day. You know what I'm saying? I knew that.
Right. Not to make you have to go back to this moment again, though, but first thoughts came to your head when the news broke. Fbgduck was shot and killed in the Gold Coast in Chicago, downtown.
Actually, I was just on the phone with him.
Oh, shit.
Me and Duck was on FaceTime. And,
Yeah.
it's like, it was around 4 something. And we on FaceTime, and we talking, you know what I'm saying? So, as I'm talking to him on FaceTime, I called him, and, we hung up. I called him back. Because we finna play cards. That's all Duck did.
Right.
Duck didn't hang over there on the block no more. Duck ain't hanging in the streets like that no more. Duck was with his family, you know what I'm saying? He played cards every day, you feel me? And we on FaceTime the last time I talked to him, but he wasn't looking me in my face.
Right.
He was watching somebody ran a shot across his car. So he was like this, watching whoever that was. You know what I'm saying? And whoever that was went across that car. Yeah, them the people that dropped the low on him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They dropped the dime on my cousin. So yeah, that was our last moment then, like 6 minutes later. His mama called my phone. She always called me. You know what I'm saying? And she called my phone, and me and his uncle was in the car going to get the cards. And she called my phone, and she, Leslie, let's go see about, my baby. I said, who? She was like, Duck. They said they shot Duck. They shot Duck. Get to my baby.
Right.
And we was riding, and me and my cousin, his uncle, just kept going downtown. We get downtown, man. Everybody started out there,
A lot of people out there.
A lot of people, man. I just got off the phone with him. I'm talking about 6, 7 minutes. I was just got off the phone with him, man. And that shit happened to my little cousin. You feel me? That was my heart, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. A lot of people don't know, bloggers do blogs, people talk about it, but then they go to the next story. The family got to deal with that forever.
Man, yeah, we got to deal with that forever, bro. That's a big, that was a major loss.
Yeah.
That was a big loss, man. He didn't want nothing but good for his family and his people, his friends. And, he wanted to take care of people, man, help people, Duck was a good person.
Right.
He changed, of course, anybody that grow to fame, you gonna change, bro.
Yeah.
You get a little fame and notoriety, you gonna change.
You gonna change.
He changed, I know that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he changed a little bit, but he didn't change for the worse.
Right.
It's a difference, Some people change and they be all, no, he wasn't like that.
Right.
He was real. He was 100,
That's deep. Last question about that. Are you hoping for an outcome, or you don't get involved in like the system? Do you want an outcome with the police alleging that 5 guys from O Block had something to do with Duck death? Do you want an outcome, or you let the police deal with it? Because a lot of the young people say, they don't tell me nothing about the police. They don't want to fuck with the police. They not dealing with the police. Forget the police.
Yeah, I ain't dealing with the police. You know what I'm saying? But, shit, I ain't dealing with no police.
Right.
It is what it is, God, he gonna take care of everything, bro.
Okay, can I ask you this, Les? Yeah. Why don't nobody want the police involved? There's no police shit snitching.
I mean,
is that?
Yeah, I mean that's the number one code.
That's real, ain't it?
That's the number one code, and that's been a code since I was young.
Right.
Coming up, that's been a code, man. Ain't no, that's the number one rule, man. You out here in these streets, so but that's what happens when you're in these streets.
Mm.
You feel me? So you gotta deal with that.
I get it. I totally get it. FBG Brick was related to you too.
Yeah, that's my little cousin. That's Duck's big brother. That's my blood first little cousin. No, he ain't my first, but that's my cousin Shannon. That's her oldest son. And that's my heart too.
News broke. Yeah, I asked a few people this, but I want to ask you this. Duck and them got famous. They got rap videos and millions of views. You put all of them together, it might be 100 million views. You put all these videos together. 63rd and St. Lawrence became famous, a block. News says that Brick was on that block when he lost his life. It was people still standing on that block?
Yeah, he was, it shocked me though, you know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't normally, he had fell back, you know what I'm saying? But it shocked me that he was over there, because he was falling back, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, yeah, he was over there. They still was out there. They still was out there hanging around and stuff like that.
But ain't that dangerous? Everybody knew about that block?
Yeah, Chicago dangerous, period, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that block was dangerous, man. It got too many gangways, all that type of shit, man. It's dangerous over there.
Yeah, that's crazy. You tell a story that I think is dope. Not really dope, but it's just, I never heard this story before. You tell a story of meeting D-Rose.
Yeah, I heard of D-Rose, but his family ties in that for real.
Okay.
Like the Sardins is his family.
Right.
And the Sardins are like one of the most popular families too on the low end.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, with the Weeklies.
Uh-huh.
We all grew up together. I grew up with his family. You know what I'm saying? And if you notice, he got 4-6 tatted on him too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because that's his family. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of his family members come from over there. Uh-huh. So I met him. I actually, when I rolled past 61st, King Drive, and they were standing out there for, I guess, a memorial. You know what I'm saying? And this guy Mumu from 600, God rest his soul, man. Many moon them little brothers. So he hollered out. He didn't like my son at all.
Right.
And the Scrap stayed into it. He didn't like my son. So, he hollered out to me because he know I'm Scrap father. You feel me? And he hollered out MOBK.
To you?
Yeah, to me. He hollered out MOBK to me. So
right.
I'm riding. I'm going across the light, but I see them standing out there, right? So I just say, look, I slowed down like, damn, I'm a grown man, shorty.
Right.
I don't even know you, bro, for real. Like, why would you holler that out to me? So one of my older, like my big homies, he older than me, you know what I'm saying? He was walking past the car. He lived over there too, but he from off my end, So he like, Les, what's going on? And all the shorties call him Pops too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, Les, what's going on? So I tell him, like, this young nigga, just said MOBK to me, man. He don't even know me, bro.
Right.
Know shorty, right? So that's when D-Rose peeped at everything. And he walked on a curb, like a line along the curb, but I'm still moving.
Right.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right, what do you know?
But D-Rose was walking like alongside the curb. He was like, man, ain't you Lil Brian father? He called him Brian. You know what I'm saying? He called him Lil Brian. He like, ain't you Lil Brian father? I'm like, yeah, I'm Lil Brian father. And he was like, he turned around to Shorty. And he just checked him. He told him, nigga, you don't talk to nobody parents like that, bro.
Right.
That's somebody's father. That's Lil Brian's father, bro. We don't do that.
Right.
I mean, everything went up. That's what he told him. Like, nigga, your ass tripping. He went off on him. And he let him know, nigga, we don't do that. Nigga, he was 15 years old, bro.
Mm.
So my man T, one of my homie TC, he ain't say nothing. Shorty came in and took over. He just checked him, like that's a little boy. He just checked him, man. Like, stop playing with people's parents, bro.
Right.
We don't do that. That's one thing. That's why I saw like, oh yeah, Shorty. He got a lot of respect for his elders.
Right.
And that's why I say the streets portray people like, like he was a savage, he was in the streets, but at the end of the day, he had morals, he had respect.
Right. He wasn't just out here fucking with
He
anybody.
wasn't out here doing all, no, he had respect for his elders.
Right.
That showed me that when he spoke up and he said something.
I totally get that.
Mm-hmm.
The internet says that you cool with Bayzoo too.
Yeah, I'm cool with Zoo. Yeah, man.
But not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But the internet makes it seem like your son and him from rival neighborhoods. That don't cause confusion?
No, man, they not from no, man, they not, they not from no rival neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
It's the internet shit, right?
That's the internet, man. Like that wasn't even going on with them back in, they wasn't never into no beef with MOB. It wasn't no beef, no smoke with MOB and 46.
Right.
Back at that time, it wasn't no smoke. My son Scrap was alive, and they knew Scrap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it wasn't no smoke, wasn't none of that, bro. Like they wasn't no coming over there, wasn't none of that. So it wasn't no smoke with them. Yeah.
That be that internet shit, though.
Yeah, internet started a lot of shit.
But you did know Bayzoo.
Yeah, I know Bayzoo, yeah. I've been knowing Bayzoo since he was like 13, about 13 years old.
Mm.
Yeah, that's my man. That's my,
You tell a story on your podcast, the Man Stop It podcast. That's why I tell everybody, you get a chance, y'all stop right now, subscribe to Big Les YouTube channel. It's called the Man Stop It podcast, right?
Right.
It's one of the dopest podcasts that's out right now. I think everybody needs to subscribe to that ASAP. I'm gonna put a pop-up link right here at the second to make sure they go to that YouTube channel. You tell a story. Now, I don't know if you want to tell me a story, give me all the juice and stuff that you got on your YouTube channel, but you told a story of Zoo giving somebody a pass because you was in the car. Now, is that a little too strong?
I said that Zoo did what?
He could have beat somebody up or hurt somebody up, but he let somebody pass because you was in the car.
Oh, man, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about that.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you like that. No.
Okay, I X that out. I thought I seen the blog of yours where you spoke on Bayzoo, and he seen somebody in the car with you, and he was like, "Nah, let it go." He just checked. He was gonna check the young guys, and he didn't check them or something like that.
No, I don't even.
Okay, I'll cut that out. I'll make sure I cut that out.
About that.
How did I want to ask you this question because I actually asked your son this in the interview, Rooga. He told me that, low-key, people don't know this, but you behind the scenes kind of hooked up all this with Kanye West.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did. I played
That's
a
dope.
part in that with my son,
How did you do that? You knew somebody who knew somebody?
Yeah, I know this guy Malik Youssef.
Wait a minute, the legendary Malik Youssef. They ain't just a guy now.
Legendary Malik Youssef.
Right.
The songwriter.
Yeah, that ain't just a guy now.
He's a rapper, a songwriter.
Right.
That's my man. He's a legendary man and one and only. You feel
Yeah.
me? I reached out to him on Instagram.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, he reached back out. You know what I'm saying? And Malik from the city, you know what I'm saying, from the shot, and he's legendary for real. And, Malik, he reached back out to me and shit, we talked, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, who you want me to reach out to and this and that? And, I was like, man, yeah, can you reach out to, Jay Boogie? He another legendary, person
Jay
from
Boogie.
Chicago, Jay Boogie. And, he said, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he reached out to him and, Jay Boogie, he hollered at Jay Boogie and Jay Boogie was like, do you got paperwork on him? You know what I'm saying? Who is he? Because they didn't know nothing about my son at the time. So he like, who is he? Well, Jay Boogie, he fuck with, he fuck with the, industry shit. So he was like, no, I ain't got no paperwork on him. And he was like, his father, though, his name Big Les, Les. So he was like, yeah, he used to fuck with y'all, with Kales. He was like, Oh yeah, I know that's, but do you have paperwork on? He told me.
Right.
This what he told me. And he said that, then I was like, it's all good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I thanked him and everything, you feel me? And then I'm sitting in my car north one day, you know what I'm saying? I get a text some months later. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, months later?
It was like months later, like 4, 5 months later after he did the GD anthem.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when he did the GD anthem, that shit,
Bubble.
they caught on to it. It went viral. So that's when he hit my phone. You got the text on my phone. Text my phone. He's like, man, where y'all at?
Right.
I'm like, man, shit, we in shot. What's going on? Yo, man, J-Boogie trying to get with y'all on a video call. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yeah. So I called my son, and I told my son, and this is how it went. So I told my son, yeah, Malik trying to get up with you.
Right.
Saying, J-Boogie want to holler at you on the call. So he was with Lil Chris. At the time, they was out west or something. I don't know where they was at. So he was with Lil Chris, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm with Lil Chris now." He trying to get up with J Boogie because Lil Chris know J Boogie too.
Right.
Shout out to Lil Chris. That's my boy. And yeah, shit. That's what happened then. Malik called my son. You know what I'm saying? He called my son's phone, and my son said he called him. He was like, man, yeah, fucking with your shit. And
that's God.
And he hit a song in the background. He said he hit a song in the background, shit. The G anthem, man. He was like, man, make me a believer. You feel me? He put him on the phone, shit.
Right.
Threw it on the phone. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Trump should have freed Larry. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's what came out of Ye's mouth. You know what I'm saying? So my son said, he was like, wow. So that's how this shit happened, man.
That's crazy.
That's how he ended up in Soldier Fields.
That was big.
Performed the Donda and all that, bro. So
that's a stadium.
I'm proud of him because he never gave up. You know what I'm saying? Right. He kept grinding, man, and I lost his cousin Duck. You know what I'm saying? And his brother Dusky and his little brother Scrap. He just really going forward, like full throttle, man. His cousin Brick, he losing his people, man. So, yeah. So
I ain't even really look at it like that. Rooga lost a lot of people, huh?
Yeah, he lost a lot.
And then crashed out.
He lost a lot of people, yeah. He very, very intelligent, man. He's very humble, and don't get me wrong, like that street shit, he did that and he really street, he with it, you feel me? But at the end of the day, no, he humble, man. He know what he got to do. He don't like all that dead talking and none of that. So he real laid back.
No, I totally get that. I get that vibe from him. I get a leader vibe from Rooga when he speaks. For some reason, I get a leader vibe from him.
Yeah.
For some reason. What you got coming with this Man Stop It podcast? I see you got the hoodie too. No for sale?
Yeah, I'm gonna put some out.
Okay.
Some hoodies, some hats. I'm gonna try to put a lot of hats and even socks and shit. I'm trying.
Yeah, that's dope.
Once I get into it, I'm gonna have all that.
That's
all
dope.
that type of merch. And it comes from like being on the road, like with my son and them, JG. You know what I'm saying? And we out there doing shows and stopping at gas stations here and there, restaurants, and it's like shit. I'm out there with them, and they be saying something. I be like, man, stop it, man. Stop it, and all that. They take it, and they be like, man, you just be saying something crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit just come out your mouth, be like, and they just take it and they start using it and wording it. And, my son went on No Jumper with it, and all he kept saying on No Jumper,
man,
stop it, man, stop it, you know what I'm saying? And that's all he was saying. So he took it to a whole nother level, man. So a friend of mine, she was like, yeah, you need to get that trademark. One of my partners, with my little label I got. So she was like, you need to get that trademark, and that's what I did. So
Also, you got the trademark.
I got it trademark. All that is my logo. My logo is my face. So I'm trying to step it up, but I'm study trying to build it. You feel me?
I think you're on point. We got some more stories gonna be coming soon. I see some on your YouTube channel say interviews. We gonna be getting them from you soon?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes,
dope,
sir.
dope.
Yes, sir.
That's dope.
Yeah, you gonna get interviews from the JGs and the Scrap Gangs and
dope.
the 4-6s, and I'm interviewing everybody, man.
That's dope, bro. I can't wait to see that.
I ain't trying to. I'm trying to get to the point, man.
That's dope.
So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna even try to get Zoo on one of them motherfuckers.
Oh, that's gonna go crazy.
So I'm trying to really step that up.
I heard a rumor. I want to ask you this. Yeah. I heard a rumor that you was gonna be on a reality show.
No.
So you're not on that reality show. You do know what I'm talking about.
No, yeah, I know Mama Duck, my cousin. No, I wasn't gonna be on that.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna get on no reality show, bro. It was some shit. No.
Okay. I wanted to ask that because I did see that, and that was something.
I mean, it was. I was trying to be like a support my little cousin,
right?
Mama Duck. I was gonna support her, right. But I couldn't. No. But I was gonna support my little cousin on the reality show. Yeah.
I get it. Name of that YouTube channel again, Man Stop It?
Man Stop It.
Okay.
Yeah, Man Stop It. Go to Man Stop It and tune in, subscribe.
Most definitely. Y'all gotta subscribe to that YouTube channel ASAP. Let me get all your social medias.
Well, I'm on Facebook, under, my name, which is, Leslie Weekly. That's my name on Facebook, and at Weekly L on IG.
Okay.
So that's it. That's my social media. And YouTube is Man Stop It.
Okay, YouTube, Man Stop It. Make sure y'all subscribe to that. I want to ask you one last question, Big Les, if possible. I know the fans gonna say, "Truth, you got to do a pod too." I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see that in the comment section because I know you got a million stories and we can't fit them in this short amount of time.
Right.
But last thing I want to ask you, I got sons. It's a lot of young men growing up in the world now. You got some advice for some young men that's becoming teenagers? They watching the culture, they watching the world, and they think that's how to be. What advice would you give them? Because you know a lot of people.
Yeah, the advice I give is, be what you want to be, but at the same time, don't get caught up in what's going on now, and be positive, man, and please don't go to them streets. Don't go to them streets. You don't want to, a lot of kids, they see these rappers and this drill stuff, and that's what they, but no, don't go that route. So that's the advice I'm going to give.
That street shit serious, huh?
That's the advice I'm going to give. Don't go to them guns and don't do all that, man. Just do something different, man, because that's what I'm on, like with the kids. That's where we got to start at.
What advice would you give an upcoming artist?
Upcoming artist?
Yeah. What's some of the things you tell Rooga? Maybe an artist can take some of them things that you tell him and use it for themselves.
Man, I just tell my son to just stay prayed up, stay humble, don't give up, keep pushing, and your blessings gonna come, man. They steady coming, man. And just I really want him to stay out, all the BS, which he don't be in BS. You know what I'm saying? He don't be in none of that. This man, just take care of your family.
That's about the best advice I think I hadn't heard anybody say. Take care of that family, stay out of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing. That was the last thing. One more last thing I'm going to squeeze because I can't get this out without saying this. You said something about kills. You know R. Kelly?
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him personally, man. We grew up together. You know what I'm saying? And I worked for him for a minute.
What? They portray him as a monster now.
That's
How
what
you
I
feel
say.
about it?
That's what I say, man. You can't listen to everything you hear, social media and all that.
Right.
You know, person don't know him neither. You know what I'm saying? So, man ain't a monster, man.
Right.
He's not a monster.
Right.
You know, shit. He a good guy, bro. You know, it's just your circle. You got to keep your circle small, man, and you know, watch who you fuck with.
Right.
So, yeah,
Be a lot of plotting and shit going on.
yeah.
Most definitely. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you, Les.
I appreciate you, man. For real.
Most definitely.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, let me know what's the name of that YouTube channel. One more time so them people can subscribe to that YouTube channel.
My name of my YouTube channel is Man Stop It.
Y'all go subscribe to that YouTube channel ASAP.
Yeah.
It's the homie True Teller the Street Reporter. Love that.